Rawson21 here, and I did a video about how the middle finger means FU, and this video actually has been getting a lot of hits. So since people have been liking that video, I decided to make another video about all the fingers, on why they mean what they mean, and why we do with them on the things we do with them. Like, it's interesting how a thumbs up means yes, a thumbs down means no, and we do it with the thumb. We don't do it with the pinky, we do it with the thumb. Wonder why that is. Or how we point with the index finger. Or why the ring finger is the ring finger. Well, in this episode, we are going to talk about all that. So, let's start with the first one. The thumb. Different from the other 4 digits, and that it is shorter and wider, in medical terminology, the word for thumb is pollex. The term thumb was first used by the 12th century Europeans, and instead of them saying thumb, they used the term tum, meaning to swell, which makes the thumb the swollen one. There is some debate on whether the thumb is classified as a finger or not, but everyone does agree about the name, calling it a thumb. Now, why do we use the thumb for thumbs up, thumbs down, indicating yes or no? Well, historians believe it has to do with the Romans. When they fought in the Colosseum, and when the emperor would come and do a signal, thumbs up, indicating live, thumbs down, indicating die, yes, no. And humans have been doing that ever since. Which, speaking of thumbs up, I hope you guys give this video a thumbs up. Number 2, the index finger. The name for the index finger comes from the Latin indico, which means to point out. Which is also why we use the index finger to point at stuff and at people, to point people out. Although it is second after the thumb, many people claim that this is actually the first finger. The third, or the second finger, is the middle finger. This one has the most literal meaning of all. Less commonly referred to as the long or tall finger, it sits at the center of the hand, between the index and between the ring finger. Which is interesting, if you look at it, it is the tallest of all the fingers. Now, how this finger got its reference to meaning FU, or the bird, that is in my other video, and I will try to leave a link below.
Well, I tell you what, young man, you're gonna be held back a grade if you don't Did you just flip me off?
No.
Yes, you did. You just flipped me the bird. Now, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't shape up, okay, and get your head straight, there, you just flipped me off again.
Next in line, the ring finger. There we go. Yeah, the ring finger. In a way, it kind of does look like I'm flipping people off with it. The ring finger dates back to the 2nd century Egypt and has to do with the heart. Egyptians believed that there was a vein in the 4th finger, known as the lover's vein, that was connected to the heart. This is actually an untrue theory. However, when the Romans conquered Egypt, they too also believed in the theory. So, if you loved a woman with all your heart, or a woman loved a man with all her heart, you would put a ring on this finger. Because, according to the Egyptians, there was a vein connected to this finger that connected to the heart. And the last and the smallest of all the fingers is the pinky. Now, both the Scottish and the Dutch had a term which meant small. The Scottish would call their term for small pinky, and the Dutch would call their term for small pink. So in time, this was named pinky, meaning small, tiny, thanks to the Scottish pinky meaning small and Dutch pink meaning also tiny. And then as time went on, this has been known as the pinky, also known as small. So that is why our fingers are named what they are named, and that is why we do with our fingers on what we do with them. We thumbs up, thumbs down, point, flip people off, and other stuff. The interesting thing is I just flipped everyone off and everyone seems okay with it. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you next episode.